Yeah.
Your character is very awesome.
You love her?
Yes, because you get to carry a gun and beat people up, and well, we haven't really seen
every
you beat
female screams.
I'm just saying, it's pretty awesome. So, is there anything that you can tell us about this season? Any action scenes or anything coming up that we can look forward to?
Well, I think she does a few like takedowns, and then she did that great chase, and yeah, I think generally I love kind of stunt work. Yeah, you will get to see a little bit more of Noma.
Is that what you're excited about for your character?
Definitely, and obviously there's a bit of a spark between Noma and Alex, so I think you are going to see a bit of their backstory that gets explored in the next episode.
I was going to touch on that.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, she really looks like she has a thing for Alex. And,
yeah.
I'm just wondering what it's like the chemistry that you have with Chris Egan, and yeah, how's it been working with this cast, and have you really enjoyed?
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think the dynamic between Alex and Naomi is very different to what he has with Claire. I think with Claire, I think every single man wants that princess, that beautiful, that has everything, and so I think when it comes to what he has with Noma, it's kind of more visceral, it's kind of more real. They're from the same class, they're both soldiers, they're more tactile, and they kind of really understand each other. It started out as like a friendship, but obviously there's a lot more to that. But I think both Noma and Claire, they serve a different purpose for every man. I think there's different needs, so there's different sides that needs to be kind of fed for Alex. Him being the one. He's got an insatiable appetite. I don't know.
So have you had to do training and such for the role?
Yeah, I've done a lot of weapons training. As you can see, I'm a bit bulgy. So I've done weapons, I've done swords, I've done a lot of stunt fighting. Yeah, so I think there are little things in Noma that I kind of identify with, and I think a lot of females identify with that.
Yeah. Well, she is a very relatable character.
She's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And her being a soldier makes her just like everyone else.
Yes,
and I think most females want to be seen as strong, but if you can see a bit of heart in Noma, then I think that's what makes her really relatable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So do you do all of your own action scenes?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that's the exciting part. We also have a really nice stunt team, so we get really work just before. So, but for me, I see it as a challenge, Yeah.
Empowering.
I think so. I really, really think so. And I think a lot of people love seeing strong females. We don't talk as much. We maybe just do more.
So what have you really loved about the show and the sort of the thematics underneath?
Well, I think the big thing for me is I'm South African, so it gets shot in South Africa. And I'm getting to work on a really, really great show. Work with really nice actors. So I think that's the major thing. I get to be in an amazing show, and I get to go home to home cookies. So I'm not really far away.
Do you believe in angels?
Yeah, I believe in good.
Yeah.
I believe in the greater good. And I do believe that there are sometimes people on your shoulder kind of guiding you in the right direction. I've never seen an angel, but maybe I've felt like I've had an angel around me,
Is there a particular direction that you want your character to go in your head? I know most actors kind of map out in their head the backstory of their character, where they want it to go. Do you have something in your head about where you would see your character?
Well, I think you kind of start realizing that there's a lot more to Noma than just a soldier. And I think the fact that you've seen so little of her and you're so interested makes the audience also realize that there is more to her. I think if you can see a little bit more of the human side to Noma, I think that's obviously where we want to go. But we don't have a lot of seasons, we don't have a lot of episodes to go. So hopefully next week you'll see something more.
That's a hint?
Yeah.
What else can you tell us? What else is going to happen?
I think it's shot by a sniper. That's not too much.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys have
yeah,
questions?
one. You go. No, you're right. You go. Oh, we're so generous at this table.
We're like so big.
I can't remember his name. The other fellow that's in.
Oh, Ethan.
Yes.
Ethan, he's an English guy, and his name is Jonathan Howard.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
So Jonathan, is there sort of something there between him and Noma, or something that he has for her? I don't know, like I just sort of feel like...
You know, it's, I mean, if you realize what the class system is like in Vega, you realize that if you don't have anything, you kind of start banding together. And I think when it comes to Ethan and Noma and Alex, they've kind of got this friendship that's become family. And they B2s, they nothings in the system, you know, and I think for them, and he even says this in a bit of his story, where that was the only way that he was going to get food and shelter was for him to become a soldier. So for them to even be seen as recognized as people, they had to be soldiers. So I think that's the one thing that kind of binds them and makes them really great friends. But I think they always know that there was something special about Alex. You know, you can't be around the Alex character and not know that there's something special. I think the difference between maybe Ethan, who's Jonathan, and Alex, I think Ethan is kind of like, Ethan is kind of like a communist, you know, kind of just going up there, and whereas you've got Alex who realizes that there's just way more to the system, you know, there's just way more to this life, and I think the Jonathan character is one of the people that wants to do the right thing, you know, and it gets revealed that he's obviously that is a homosexual, and he kind of, you know, which is amazing. And there's none of that in Vega, you know. There's nothing. There's no racism. There's no class. I mean, other than classism, but you know, racism. You know, sexual preferences. I mean, we shower together. We do all of those things together. So yeah.
Sorry, we need to go.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.